Hello and welcome back to Spekd, and today we have Warhammer Conquest issue number 59. And this is going to be another special issue with all these models, so let's get it open. Let's take a look at the sprue. So as always we go over the sprue, and we're getting 5 models this time, and this really completes the units that they came with. From the very first unit to the current unit now. As always, the sprue looks really good, and even though I've seen this a lot of times, the detail is just so immense here. I'm surprised. I mean, then again, I am making a comparison of these larger sized models to the smaller versions. Smaller versions, it was harder to get the detail on, but considering the designs that are done with computers, it's amazing what can be done. They look good. We've got our standard flight stands. I'm not a fan of these, but I will give them a go. We have our bases, and there's no point me trying to pick up these bases. I'm just going to move them out of the way. So let's have a look at the magazine. Look at the magazine. So we have issue number 59, and as always, I look for the color, the design, intensity. And what we can see is that there's a contrast between the orange and the blue, which is always really good for work and detail. So that's really, really nice. Let's open up and have a look. So what we're looking at, we've got more information on Grey Knights, showcasing Maelstrom. We've got some more White Scars information, Eye of Terror. We've got the build instructions, the paint instructions, and then the combat info. So let's have a look. Grey Knights. I mentioned these before. These are the demon hunters. I always call them like paladins. So if these are your things, go for it. Very easy to paint, a lot of silver, 1 or 2 details, easy to get on the tables, kind of like Necrons. But it is well worth noting that right now in the story, they don't run with Pyromaris. Now if you're doing this in your own way, and you're getting your own models, doing your own paint schemes, it doesn't matter what you choose to do, it's fine. It's just that you won't find rules for them. So some people might find them a bit strange. So heraldry work there, we're seeing the armour there laid out, which is really nice. The planet they're from, and what they're really about. As I said, I'm not too much of, I don't really focus too heavily on these guys, but I know that they're very elite armies. And when it comes to army structure, it means that you don't get many models on a battlefield, but they're extremely strong psychers, which means that they're every single turn where there can be an action, these guys are involved from shooting, from combat to psychic phase, and that makes a very powerful army. So looking at a little showcase there, look at that banner work. That's amazing. Oh, okay, got to get better at banners. Okay, we're looking at our Stormhawk interceptors there, the jets. So basically this is just model work to show you designs, possibilities, like all the ancient wares, the vulnerable dreadnought there. Sometimes I keep those on, it does depend upon the dreadnought. I like to see those for Primaris dreadnoughts, but they've probably got a good couple of thousand years to go yet. Maelstrom, so we're looking at history, the domain, so we're looking at the Eye of Terror and what's happening around it. The world's related. Is that the Crimson, I can't remember, Crimson Corsairs, Red Corsairs, that's who it is. They work for Abaddon effectively. They're like the space pirates. So this is an extension of the White Scars information that we got previously, which is good. Yeah, we're getting to see more information there. And I've never actually seen a White Scar character with Thunderhammer before. It's quite impressive. Okay. We have our build, and we have options. It says they're test before gluing. That's another way of getting another variation of a model out, just switching its head around from left to right. Sometimes they have pins in there which particularly face them a direction. Just cut the bottom of the pin off and then glue it in the way that you want. So there's the build information, just in case you've lost your instructions. And that's all straightforward. Inceptor there, yeah, that's fine. So Hellblasters, you know, the favourites, we've got those doing, so that's fine. And we've got a paint scheme here. So as always, depending upon what you chose. I will be doing my Sons of the Phoenix painting guide, or so-called recipe, or whatever you want to call it. Show you how I paint mine. This is all well and good. It's good to see recess shading or pin washing. We've got highlights there. So this is all straightforward now. I think you're used to all of this. This is quite a large painting section. That's actually quite interesting. I mean, if you started out from the beginning, they released a book, Games Workshop, and it had all the painting information on how to paint your models. And it only had a little bit more information than this, and that cost £5 and you got a single model. So if you want the value of that for that book, that painting guide, so you've got that painting guide in here. You've got all of these models. This would have been the better win. So again, value for money as always. We've got the mission here, tracking the traitor. Oh look, right there, we've got objectives. So I came straight to this page because it's very different to usual, and you can see what we're going to be getting with the haulers, servers, servitors, and all the platform there, the gantry. So that issue might be worth getting too, because you're going to want more than one of those on the map. Okay, let's have a look. So data extraction and mission. Let's have a look. 2 mats, deployment of objectives. So it's objective focus mission again, yep. What are the armies? 3 Death Guard, 10 cultists, Lord of Contagion, Biologist Putrefier, Malefic Blight Hauler, 10 Plague Marines, 12 Pox Walkers. Versus 2 Primaris Lieutenants, oh I've got to get the other one painted, 10 Intercessors, 5 Hellblasters, 3 Interceptors, and 5 Space Marine Scouts. Okay, so we're going to roll off, decide who goes first, alternate plays, go again. Who would I give that to? I want to go with 5 Hellblasters. So once they're within, no, actually there's no captain there. So if they're within 3 inches of the ammo dump and you know, pile there, and they stayed there, that means they have to work their way across the map. So they're probably not going to get that bonus of re-rolling ones, so they're not going to get to overcharge. So I'm going with the Death Guard there. So for each unit you get 1 point. At the end of the battle, for each objective you hold you get a point, and if they control more they get an additional 1. Okay. And the game lasts for 5 turns. No line breaker on that one. That's okay. That's okay. It's very similar to the last mission. I don't think much thought has gone into that. Very similar to the last mission. The only thing that's different are these tokens. And it's interesting they keep giving you 5 tokens rather than giving you 6. To balance things out, but I suppose that forces the mission to come to a head and have a defined winner, so there's no drawing or equal amounts. Okay, so what have we got? This is a good issue. You're getting your 10 Pox Walkers and the second part of your Plague Marine Champion. So if you bought multiple issues of number 46, this will be the follow-up part for that, to make sure you get a few. And then you actually have your objectives. There you go. This is what I was looking at for issue number 61. All right, let me get the models together, show you what I've done with them, and we'll go from there. But that's an interesting issue. I feel like because I'm not invested into White Scars, there's not much there for me, and Grey Knights. Those are 2 armies that, you know, I'm not really focusing down on. So their lore to me doesn't mean very much, or doesn't have much interest. I mean, it'd be good just for reading, just for info-wise. But I suppose if those are other things you're interested in, that's all good. It's a bit light in the way of everything else. You do have a lot of information of painting, and I think by now they can skip out 1 or 2 of these steps and take you straight to maybe an extra mission I could go for. I'll take an extra mission, you know, as most of your models are painted. That'd be good. Look at me asking for so much. Something to think about, Hachette. Right, let me get the models and I'll be right back. Okay, so these are the models from the issue that we just received. And I know that I'm talking about like it was a long time ago, because for me it actually was a little bit. What we have here is our Interceptors, our Intercessors and our Hellblasters, and these make up the final parts of each squad. So we've now got a 10-man Intercessors, 3 Interceptors and 5 Hellblasters. And that's all good. Hellblasters. These have been created for Sons of the Phoenix for my Vigilus storyline. As right now, Blood Angels aren't really into Primaris at the moment, but we've seen the Sons of the Phoenix take up that mantle. They do need their candles, which I'll add in on the video later on. I'll show you that, and I'll show you the whole collective. So from this point, they will be in the style of Sons of the Phoenix, unless I actually need it for my Blood Angels. What I'm also going to do is put a collective together of everything that I've done so far from the last time we did a collective video. So I think it was like up to issue 30. So it'll be issue 31 up to issue 60, and we'll go from there. Okay then, that's it. I've enjoyed my time. I hope you've enjoyed yours. This is Spekd. Enjoy your day, your week, and have fun. Game on, and PC out.